Hello, you are welcome once again. For today's lesson, we are going to continue what we started last week on the Fourth Republic. That's talking about the third president of the Fourth Republic. The third president of the Fourth Republic. Okay. Okay, so we are going to be very brief. Last week we left some information out. We left out his early career, his political life, and his achievement. So the essence of this lesson is that we students should be able to outline the achievement of the third president of the Fourth Republic, and then write briefly on his political life. Okay, so on our screen we can see faces. Yes, the faces we see are faces of the president of the Fourth Republic. President Ghana has had over the years. That's in the Fourth Republic. So we have from the first president to the current president. Very good. I hope you are familiar with the faces. Yes, you are familiar with the faces. You know, on your left, the first image there, the second, I believe you can all recollect, the third, the fourth, and the fifth. Very good. So it means for the Fourth Republic we've had five presidents. Okay, so we are still in the Fourth Republic because we've not had any revolution. So we are still in the Fourth Republic. So it means that if after this year's vote, Nana Addo, if he doesn't win, we are going to have a new president, but will still be in the Fourth Republic. If he wins and he still continue, we are still in the Fourth Republic. All right, I believe that is clear with us. Okay, so for the next slide, I'm going to take you through just something to whet your appetite. I'm going to take you through some presidents and their wives. I think we've spoken about them. We know their names, but perhaps we have not seen their faces. So I'm going to take this opportunity to take you through the president, starting from the president on the left. That's Jerry John Rawlings. Then we have Akufo-Addo. Then we have John Evans Atta Mills. We have John Dramani Mahama. Then we have Nana Addo. So we have Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. That is our current president. So like I said, with the few slides you're going to see, you are going to have the president and then the wife. This is just to create that awareness, okay, so that we at least know them. Okay, so on our screen, I believe we can see and you can identify the fair man there with his wife. That's former President Jerry John Rawlings, the first president of the Republic of Ghana, and his wife, Nana Konadu Agyeman Rawlings. Yes, a very strong woman. Then we also have our second president for the Fourth Republic. We have one fine man, one tall man. He's a giant anyway. John Agyeku Nkufuor with his wife. That's Teresa Kufuor. Yes, that's Teresa Kufuor. Then we have the man for the day, the man for our lesson. That's the man we're going to continue with. We have John Evans Atta Mills with his wife, Nadu Mills. Yes. So this is the man we are going to continue with. I know you are hoping to see the rest, but I can assure you in our next lesson we will have pictures of them also. But I would want us to pause here and then continue from where we ended. So this is John Evans Atta Mills with Nadu Mills. Okay, so quickly we want to look at his early career. I'm just going to take you through. You just have to listen attentively and then read as well. So for his early career, John Evans Atta Mills had his first teaching assignment as a lecturer at the Faculty of Law at the University of Ghana, that's Legon. He spent almost 25 years teaching at Legon and other institutions of higher learning. He also acted as the Commissioner of Ghana's Internal Revenue Service from 1993 under Jerry John Rawlings. He became an associate professor of law at University of Ghana and in 2002 a visiting scholar at Liu Institute of Global Issues at the University of British Columbia in Vancouver. Okay, so we'll proceed to his political life. So, aside being a lecturer, he also went into politics. It's how come he became the president. So he became a vice president to Jerry John Rawlings in 1996. In his capacity as vice president, he served as the chairman of Police Council of Ghana and the chairman of the economic management team. In 2000, he became the presidential candidate for the NDC and lost to John Agyekum Kufuor, that's the second president of the Fourth Republic. So in 2002, we were told that John Agyekum Kufuor was the president, yes. So even though Atta Mills stood as president, he was not voted into power. So he surfaced again as the presidential candidate for the NDC in 2004 and was defeated by John Agyekum Kufuor, his opponent. He made it into the limelight when he won the election in 2008. He made it into the limelight when he won the election in 2008 and was sworn into power on the 7th January 2009. Very good. But unfortunately, during the last year of his first term in office, that's the 4 years in office, he passed on due to an illness. Quite unfortunate. He died on 24 July 2012 at 37 Military Hospital in Accra, 3 days after his 68th birthday. Thereafter, his vice president, John Dramani Mahama, was sworn in as president the same day in accordance to Ghana's constitution. He was buried at Asumdwe Park. His sudden demise ended his political life abruptly. Okay, so his sudden death ended his political life immediately. So there was nothing left of him. Now quickly let's talk about his achievement before he died. These are few achievements, some few things we have outlined. There are more anyway, but we, for time's sake, we'll just consider this 4. And as good student as you are, you go and then you research and look for more of his achievement. So John Evans Atta Mills, when he was president, through his leadership, he provided free school uniforms to deprived communities. He provided free school uniforms to deprived. When you say deprived communities, you're talking about communities where they lack some resources. They lack resources like electricity, water, etc., school buildings, etc. Okay, then he also, under his leadership, okay, Ghana's economy was stabilized. Our economy became stable, okay. Then also he established 2 new specialized public universities. That's the University of Health and Allied Sciences in the Volta region, and the University of Energy and Natural Resources. Okay. Then lastly, on our slide, his achievements, we have his government built several polyclinics to increase access to health. His government built several So his government built several polyclinics to increase access to healthcare. Okay, he built several polyclinics to increase access to healthcare. All right, so that is all for today. That is all for today. It's been nice having you, and I believe you enjoyed the lesson. So for today's lesson, briefly, like I said, we don't want to prolong the lesson. We have just recap on what we have done by showing images of our former presidents and the current president of the Fourth Republic. And we continued also by telling us about, not telling us, showing us their wives as well, because I believe we should know their wives, their spouse. So we introduce them. That's so for the first one we have Jerry John Rawlings with Nadu Mills. Then we have for the first one we have Jerry John Rawlings with Nana Konadu Agyemang Rawlings. Then we have John Ajekun Kufuor with Theresa Kufuor. Then we also had John Evans Atta Mills with Nadu Mills. Then we quickly look at his early career, his early career. He became a lecturer, and then he continued to be in charge of other things per the qualifications he had. Then we also looked at his political life, became vice president, then till he actually left the scene. Then we looked at his achievements. Okay, all right. So I will entreat you all to make sure you don't just listen to the audio, copy the notes into your notebooks for revision. We're going to have exams. It is very necessary. That is why I have to echo this. Make sure you write the notes, you copy the notes so that you can easily revise. Go for your notebooks to revise when it's time for exams. Okay. It's been nice having you. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.